Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Duo Group Ironman. In the last video, as you just saw, I spent days grinding from dusk till dawn to get the jar from the Grotesque Guardians, and I am definitely not taking that for granted. And as you saw, me and my teammate went to Bandos and we got the Bandos boots, which is kind of the last item that we need for Master Clue steps, except for the items that you get from clues. Over the last few videos, I've sort of been setting out with the goal of getting all the items required to be able to complete every Master Clue step. And like I said, there's only 3 items left which come from clues. There's 1 item from easy clues, which is flare trousers, 1 item from medium clues, the Bandos cloak, and 1 item from hard clues, the Bandos plate body. For this video, I want to focus on easy clues. I want to stack up a huge amount of caskets and then open them. And I mean, technically I should just be opening them one at a time until I get the flare trousers and then move on to mediums. But for the sake of a thumbnail for the video and for the sake of YouTube content, I just want to go for 1 big stack of easies. Master clues are a 1 in 50 chance when you open an easy casket. So, I mean, yeah, there is a very small chance that I could get one of the steps that I can't do, but it's going to be really rare at this stage, and it's not going to be a big deal if I do have to drop one. So here's all the caskets that I've been saving up for a long time. I figure I'll just use each of these for separate videos. Maybe I'll do like a medium clue video at some point. I figure whatever I already have will sort of be a jumping off point for the video. So I have 81 easy caskets to start with. I'm not going to actually open them until I get a number that I'm happy with, which I'm not sure. I don't know how long I'll be doing this for or how many caskets I want to go for. I guess I'll just see how many easy clues I can get done per hour and how much I enjoy it. I just did the math and figured out that the last time I opened all the caskets I had been saving up was about 5 months ago. So this amount of caskets took me about 5 months of just playing the game. I haven't gone out of the way for clues. So I'm gonna get started with the birdhouse run, and I'll get back to you when I figure out what method I'll be doing for collecting easy clues. Wait a second, hold up. I don't have all the easy stashes built. There's only 2. Okay, there's only 2 stashes I have to build, but that's funny, like this deep into the game I don't have all these built. Here's the first stash unit that is built and filled. And now for this other stash unit, I'll build it here, but one of the items I need, I don't have, which is a ham robe. Fortunately for me though, the method that I'm going to be doing to get easy clues will most likely end up be pickpocketing ham members. So hopefully I get that ham robe piece before I get this as a clue step. I'm trying to make like an organized list or inventory of all the items that would be really useful to have for doing easy clues. And one of the items is the skull scepter, but when the skull scepter runs out of charges, it disintegrates. But if I imbue it and it runs out of charges, then it will not break. It'll just have 0 charges. So I'm going to imbue that. I have to get the fancier fighting boots though first. I've gotten them before, I just probably drop them at some point to save bank space. So I'll just grab these out of here. I talk to this guy and ask, could you imbue my scepter? And now I have the skull scepter eye. And then to recharge it, I could use these like bone skull pieces that you get from monsters in the Stronghold of Security to recharge the skull scepter. I think I just gotten these from when I've done my Konar Slayer tasks for Ankus in the Stronghold. Even though I have the mounted Xerix Talisman in the POH, it would be faster to just use the actual Xerix Talisman to teleport places. And I do not need to worry about running out of fangs because I've just gotten an insane amount from doing chambers. So this in itself is probably more than I'll ever go through. I have compiled some items together. This is definitely very, very far from perfect. You know, it'd be really nice would be to have the Eternal Glory. That'd be super useful. I just used one of Sabe's videos for reference to see what items he's bringing. So I don't have all the items he has. We'll see how this goes. I'll probably end up updating it over time. I'm going to be pickpocketing ham members, and the way I'm going to get there is by using the Drainer Village teleport from the jewelry box in the POH. Again, another reason why the Eternal Glory would be really nice to have. I don't think I can be bothered recharging the glories over and over, so I think I'm just going to end up using the POH for that. And we'll run over to the ham lair, and Satyr is doing like a tick manipulation method to pick lock the trapdoor. Does the lockpick actually help with this? It probably does, right? Okay. Whatever, I'll just leave it in the inventory. Oh, so it looks like ideally you want to have a ham member in this area right here. Otherwise, each time you come back here, you'll have to run into this main area and pickpocket them, which is fine for me. I'm probably not going to worry about that. I'm not going for efficient rates or anything, taking my time. But it's me a 1 out of 50 to get an easy clue from the ham members. Which won't be too bad because I will not fail them at all. Oh, actually, before I start, I should reset my thieving XP. So we'll see by the time I decide to open up the clues how much thieving XP I gain from doing this. And if you accidentally attack them like I do, then probably swap the left click for the ham guards to be walk here. So going forward, I will not accidentally attack them. With the easy combat achievements done, it gives you a 5% increased chance to get easy clue scrolls throughout the game, except from implings. And this is not an impling, so I would assume that this is actually 5% more common. So instead of 1 in 50, it'd be like 1 in 47.5, I think. Again, with menu entry swapper, I'm going to make the left click be pick lock instead, because the left click open option will not do anything. It's nice to have the Xerx's talisman equipped instead of in your inventory, because in your inventory you have to open up this interface to teleport somewhere, but when you have it equipped, you just select the option where you want to go right away. Hey, there it is. I got the ham robe, so I can fill that stash unit whenever I get the step. And the second ham robe for Spook Dog. Extremely important, make sure you swap the left click for Rusty to be talked to, because by default it's attack, and if you kill him you have to wait for him to respawn or hop worlds. With a pretty recent update, they expanded the amount of coin pouches you could hold based on the tier of the RD diary you have done, and with the elite tier done, you could hold 140 coin pouches from, well, any monsters that give you coin pouches, and it's pretty satisfying to open them all at once. Okay, that's not as much GP as I was expecting. Okay, also it's been about 1 hour of thieving ham members. I want to just see how many clues I could get done in 1 hour. I started with 5, now I'm at 18, so I got 13 easy clues done in 1 hour, which is half the efficient rate that Scape was getting. So if I'm at half the efficient rate, you know what? I consider that pretty good for myself. Although over time, getting distracted by going through YouTube and Discord, well, I expect it'll probably go down to an average of maybe 10 easies per hour, because I was paying pretty decent attention for this hour. I sort of consolidated my inventory a bit more, because when I do my birdhouse runs, I would like to be able to do them without emptying out my inventory, and also without having to do them in 2 trips if I get a bunch of nests from my run. So this should be pretty good. Release him now. Well, I got the clue step for this place, which means I now have every single easy clue stash built and filled. When I need to AFK, I can't AFK thieve ham members or AFK do clues. So with that time, I'll be doing Konar Slayer and continue stacking up the brimstone keys. Did someone die here? Thanks for your bones, mate. Hello, there's just one thing I want to show about this game update, which is literally the very last thing on the list here, which is that free-to-play players can now sell members items on the GE. I think that's going to be pretty huge for a lot of people. So, yeah. Back to clues. Speaking of game updates, holy heck, there's 3 teak trees at Oozer instead of just 1. It's probably been in the game for a while, but I'm just realizing this now. As I've been doing these clues, I really have been finding out the usefulness of both the achievement diary cape and the ring of the elements. The ring of the elements is so good because each of these teleports is actually really useful. The air altar is for the southern Valdor steps, the water altar teleport is the Lumbridge swamp steps, earth altar for the lumberyard steps, and then fire altar for the steps by the Alcurid mine. And then as for the diary cape, almost every single teleport on here is used for easy clues. And in fact, one of the really useful teleports on here, option G to Twiggy O'Corn, I used every single time I'm going back to the ham lair. I also discovered that the lockpick does not help for this, so I'm not using that. And another thing that I found out is that this is the ham lair, right? There's ham on the ham lair. I bet there's got to be at least one ham member who didn't realize what this group was actually for and thought it was just a group of people that enjoy ham. And this is very misleading. Some dude's probably just sitting here like, wait, what are you talking about? When do we get to eat the bacon? And one more thing I started doing is that I go over to this section, and a lot of the time there will be a ham member trapped within the bed, so I just come over here and then the ham member is immediately trapped. And I can just spam click without worrying about the person moving. It would probably be better for me to actually be on the lunar spellbook, so I can use the Khazar teleport and Catherby teleport and maybe some more as well. Because of the achievement diary cape, I'm pretty sure I can go to every single one of the major cities for these clue steps just from the diary cape. It probably will have already been apparent by the title and thumbnail, but I decided I'm going to go for 500 clues for this video, and this is 250, so I'm now halfway. Although kind of not halfway because I already started with 81, so I'm kind of like less than halfway, but also halfway at the same time. Who needs ham members when you have implings? No way. That's insane. I just wanted to show a couple examples that you can tick manipulate the trapdoor to the ham layer without doing the traditional tick manipulation. So you can attack a monster because there's spiders that wander around outside. And then I think you have like 5 game ticks afterwards to open the trapdoor, and you'll save a little bit of time that way. Yeah, they added Democrat and Republican worlds. Ooh, a virtual thieving level 101. Hey, there's Heck Houndor. What the heck, Houndor? What are you doing here? Ooh, it's my first time recharging the Skull Scepter because it ran out of charges, and I did it. Oh cool, there's a warning. So if you try to add more that would put you over the cap, it lets you know that you'd be wasting charges if you want to add it. By the way, that clip you saw before where Spook Dog popped in, she's not just popping in, she actually is grinding easy clues with me. Although she's just getting started, whereas I'm almost done. So hopefully a little bit after this video, you'll see her video. She said she's gonna be stacking 100 easy clues. Because of Group Ironman, you know, she's able to use my POH because she doesn't have all the teleports in her POH. Hers isn't fully upgraded. She still has to train her construction. And you do have to be on the same world to use your group mate's POH, although I'm sure she'd want to be on the same world as me anyways, right? Right? Hello? Just like when you're at pest control and you have to tell everyone that it's your last game, well, I also have to remind everyone around me that this is my last clue. There it is, casket number 500. And during this time, I used menu entry swapper to swap the left click to be used, so I wouldn't accidentally open any. Before I start opening these, I have some numbers to go over. So first thing is that I thieved over 20,000 ham members, and I gained 417 clue scrolls from them. This is an average of 1 clue every 48.9. So I think I was supposed to expect it every 47.5, so it was slightly unlucky. During my time, I also ended up storing away this. I don't have any answers for you besides that I'm insane. I already started with 81 caskets beforehand, so I collected 419 in this video. I averaged about 12 per hour, which means I spent 35 hours thieving master farmers and doing easy clues. I gained 454k thieving XP, which is an average of about 13k thieving XP per hour. Now, the last thing to go over is the easy clue collection log. I have not opened a lot of easy clues on this account. I have 93 currently, and really the main items that people like to get are bob shirts, which I already got 2 of. You need those for an elite step. The hand joint, which is a nice 3-tick weapon. I've already used that for TOB. And then the flare trousers, which is kind of the thing that I'd really like to get. Not a big deal if we don't get it. Spook's also going to be doing easy clues, so maybe she'll get them if I don't get it. The drop rate for flare trousers is about 468 easy clues, so at the very least I will get over the drop rate for them with these caskets. And really the big goal I'm going to be working towards is filling up as many collection log slots as possible, and easy clues are going to be easy collection log slots because there's so many unique items you can get, and easy clues are relatively quick to do. I tried to free up as much bank space as possible, but I'm probably still going to have to empty out multiple times while I'm opening these easy clues. So it's going to be a 1 out of 50 to get master clues from the easy, so I should expect 10 of them. I'm not going to be opening the master clues in this video though. I decided that from here going forward, all the masters I'm getting, I'm just going to save them for one big master clue opening video. So I'll at least show you how many masters I do end up getting done though. And with that, let's begin. I'm going to open one. New collection log slot already, sweet. So I'm at 729 now, and I just want to double check this. Okay, cool, just want to confirm it's tracking the easy clues. Okay, one last thing to show, all the stuff is 1404 per roll, but the elegant is 1 out of 2808, the team capes are 1 out of 5600, so we'll be hoping for those, as well as the monk's robes G, which is 1 out of 14k per roll. Now with all that out of the way, let's jump into it. Oh, dude, the flare trousers already, no way. Dude, that's awesome. I'm so happy about that. So early on too, so maybe I'll even get a second one. Okay, cool, that's awesome. Let's keep going. I've had this Ivan staff taking up a bank slot since almost the very beginning of the account, so it feels good to finally free that up. No! Dude, the Cape of Skulls. That's okay, that's the one that you can equip and then it gives you a PK skull. Dude, that's so cool. It's actually useful for revenants because you want to purposely skull up for them. I think it's useful. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Oh, another one! Yo, the Team Cape X. Yes, dude. And that's the blue one. There's a red, blue, and green one. I got the blue one, and blue's my favorite color, so that's extra sick. And this next one is number 500, which means I get the large spade. And this is a spade that you can equip. It makes your cape flail in the wind. It's like a god sword stance, pretty much. Although it is not a collection log item, it's just a completionist kind of thing. Well, it finally happened. I got the step that requires the Infernal Axe, which I have not made yet. We only have one Smoldering Stone, but by the time Spookdog actually gets around to doing Master Clues, hopefully we'll have a second Smoldering Stone by then. So I'm gonna go and make the Infernal Axe, just in time for Forestry 2. No, one of the two steps I can't do because of the Bando's Cloak and the Bando's Plate. Oh wait, no, it's only one step I can't do. This is the only step actually, just because those two items are in this one clue. Oh man, very sad. And here we go, the last 5 caskets. Can I sneak in at least one more collection log slot maybe on the last one? No, okay. Alright, let's see how many collection log slots I have now. I started with 728 and now 795. That is insane. I'm at 89 out of 131. This is a lot more filled in than before. But you know what? There is still quite a few more collection log slots to get, so I'm sure I'll end up doing more easy clues sometime in the far future. With the flare trousers, it enhances the dance emote, so now I do like a disco dance with them on. So here's the loot tracker. It was 23 mil worth of value. I'll just quickly scroll through it like this, but then now I'll just put all the screenshots up on screen. I'll hopefully find a way for all of them to fit up on here so you can see them all in one spot. I mean, the Cape of Skulls was a bit over 7 mil, and then the flare trousers are a bit under 4 mil, so if we were to hypothetically exclude those, we'd have to subtract 11 mil, so ignoring those, it would have been about 12 mil. Although then again, you would expect to get one flare trousers with that amount of caskets, so. Let's take a look at the treasure chest as well. I have it set to the easy clue section here. I have 44 out of 77 easy clue reward. I think that's for the number of sections in here, I want to say. I have this POH storage plugin here, so I'm able to like hide the empty sets, but if you want to see all the empty sets too, there you go. Oh no, okay, this is the number of complete sets, so even the incomplete sets don't count towards the first number here. Like if I take that out, you'll see it doesn't make a difference. Now it's time for a weird flex that probably no one cares about. I'm gonna update my temple OSRS and then log out. Oh, what's that? The rank 1 duo group Ironman individual player has 544 easy clues done and isn't me? Well, that's not right, because it actually is me. Even if we uncheck individual players, even as a team, we are also rank 1 for duo GIMs. Something else that you may or may not find interesting is that out of all players, not just Group Ironman, but all players in the game, there's only less than 8,700 players that have reached 500 easy clue scrolls to get the giant spade here. I don't think I said it before, by the way, but you can't dig with it. If you try to dig, you get that thing. So you can't actually use it to do clues, ironically. Well, let's take a look at how many master clues I got done. So I got 5 caskets out of the 6 clues I got because I just had to drop 1. I haven't connected my collection log plugin to collectionlog.net, but I just want to take a look at where I would be, or where I would have been and where I would be now if I did have it connected. So I was at 728 log slots at the start, which means I would have been rank about 34. But after this massive amount of log slots gained in this video up to 795, I would be rank 9 or rank 10. That's a pretty big jump. So in my inventory, I figure this is pretty much the highlights of the items that I got from the 500 easy clue opening. And of course, with the flare trousers being obtained, I can now cross that off the list. I've spent the last more than 5 days of my life just focusing on doing clues, so in the next video I'm probably going to take a break from clues and not go on to mediums right away, although I will do a similar video to this with medium clues in the future. I'm not sure yet what exactly I'll be doing in the next video, but I know I'm not going to be grinding out clues. But with that said, make sure to check out my duo teammate Spookdog's channel, linked below in the video description. You can stay on the lookout for her clue scroll opening video if it hasn't been posted already. I think my video is probably going to be going up before hers though. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.